When I was younger, my family and we would come here to Lions Park all the time. Got some pretty fond memories of catching crawdads in the pond or just right over here catching trout in the river. However, what's kind of a quirky thing about this spot is the pond that we'd catch the crawdads in used to be right here to my left. It's no longer here. Pretty interesting, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What we are here to talk about, however, is my silver stack. More specifically, back in the end of 2022, I made a video showing off what my stack was looking like after I had quit and sold my collection, then got back right into it. And now it's a few months into 2023, I figure I'd give you an update while simultaneously discussing what my long-term silver stacking goals are. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get right into that. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at where my stack is now. When I show this to you, you're going to notice a few things. Most noticeably, that the tube of polar bears that I used to have, well, I no longer have them. And that's because I ended up trading them off and getting other things. So, with that being said, we'll start off here with my left, your right. And this is going to be a tube of mixed world bullion coins. And these are all, of course, 1 ounces. I'm not really a huge fan of the idea of purchasing world coins that are like actual government issued, because the premiums are just super high on these things compared to your standard generic silver rounds. That being said, having a tube I think is a pretty smart idea, so that's why I decided I'm going to pick up a tube. Now going from one end to the other, we'll start off. I have a 1996 Australian Kookaburra. Now I would prefer to stay within the 2022, 2023 range to save on some money, but I got this for about $30. That's roughly the same price that the newer ones are going for. So I got that. I got both a Type 1 and Type 2 American Silver Eagle. These are high premium coins right now, but at the same time, no collection is really complete without them. You'll notice this one here. I think it's a 2015. Yep. Got some interesting toning on it. I'm cool with that. Doesn't bother me none. In fact, I think it looks kind of cool. Here we have some Niue coins. Got one of the hawksbill turtles, and I believe that's just a lunar tiger. Some higher premium ones here as well. We got the Mexican Libertad and the Chinese Panda. Back when I was on Instagram, back in the day with my coin account, these were all the rage. People loved the Chinese pandas. And then once they went back to, or went down to 30 grams instead of 1 ounce, people lost their shit about it. And now they're not very desirable. Here we have a, what is this? Cook Islands ship. That one's kind of cool. I got a little bit of toning there. Right here, beautiful coin. Got the African elephant. Those are really nice. Got two not Libertads. Got two Britannias. One is with King Charles and one with the Queen. These are both the 2023. So I got the Type 1 and Type 2. These are pretty cool. Especially the Charles one. That was the first coin that, at least bullion coin, that had his effigy on it. The Krugerrand has always been a dream coin of mine. Of course, mostly referring to the gold. But glad to have a 2018 silver Krugerrand in the stack. And it's not covered in milk spots, which is pretty impressive. Can't say the same with that Charles Britannia that I have. Got a Armenian Noah's Ark coin there as well. And of course, another thing your stack is not complete without is going to be the Canadian Maple Leaf. So, spoiler alert, I've already ordered the final few, which is 6 more coins that I needed to fill this tube. I will have an unboxing video for those guys shortly. But that is the first spot here, or first part of my stack to show off to you guys. Now, what I actually ended up trading all those polar bears for were these bars. So now, in the original video, I had 3 bars. Now I've got a full tube of 20 1-ounce silver bars. The vast majority of these are the same design, which are the Sunshine Mint bars here. I believe that's a security feature on the back. Don't really know how that works, but pretty cool. My last trip that I went to the coin shop for, I picked up these two as well as this APMEX bar, just to kind of mix up the stack a little bit. Then I've got that Happy Holidays bar that you saw in the previous video. This eagle, which is an old Silvertown bar, that's a newer pickup from the coin shop. Then I got the American flag that my dad gave me, and this mother-loaded vintage bar that I had before as well, or as the silver bean counter likes to say, vintage. It's a vintage bar right there. Pretty cool. So yeah, got some silver bars. From there, moving on down the line, I got me 5 total of these half-ounce silver rounds. I actually am a big fan of fractional. But again, you notice I don't have that 1/10 ounce tube anymore that I was going to work on because the premiums on those are too high. Premiums on these are still pretty high, but really not as bad as some people like to make it out to be. For example, most of these coins I bought for around 30 or more per ounce. These guys, they're right now going for like $28 an ounce, which is not too bad compared to some of the even generic stuff you can find right now. Even these bars are pretty close to 28 bucks an ounce right now, at least at my local coin shop. So to be able to get these for pretty close, I'm pretty happy with that. And in fact, I'll show you here in a minute, this is not going to be the only tube of these that I'm going to get. So let's lay that back out. And then finally, we got some junk silver, or as Yankee says, constitutional silver, because it's not junk. Right now we only have dimes. I've got 1 complete roll, that's 50, and then plus 4 additional ones beneath that. So might as well spread these out. And the great thing about junk silver is that they're going to make a really good bartering tool in the future. Now, that's the same reason I'm buying these half-ouncers, for the same reason, again, for barter. The 1 ounce stuff, yes, that could be good barter. Definitely better than having a 1 ounce of gold, which eventually I will pick up some of that. But all of this stuff is barter material in my mind. Say worst case scenario, if in the future I need to pay off some debt or buy a new car or whatever, then maybe I will tap into this a little bit. But again, this is primarily going to be perma-stack stuff for when shit hits the fan, because that's all that I'm about really, is preparing for the inevitable apocalypse. Whether it be a zombie apocalypse, which in that case, this stuff probably won't be worth much. But more realistically, an economic collapse, or maybe another world war, or natural disaster, whatever the case may be, this stuff is still going to have value, and this could mean the difference between having resources that you need, or at least it can be. So anyways, let me get this packed up real quick. I'll get back with you, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at what my actual stacking goal is for the future. All right, so here it is. Pretty humble beginnings, I would say. But let's kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking to do in the future. So first off, with these half-ouncers, these are probably my favorite things to stack right now. But I'm not going to focus my entire stack on these guys because they are higher premium. Of course, you'll be able to save yourself a lot of money if you get larger weight, like even 1 ounce or 5, 10, or so on and so forth. I have zero interest in anything more than an ounce, to be honest with you. But I'm a big fan of these, just can't really afford to stack nothing but these. That being said, I have already purchased more. They are on order, they will be here soon enough, and I'll make a video. But this right here is going to be all 1/2 ounce silver rounds. That'll be 6 tubes, which would be the equivalent of 60 ounces and half-ouncers. Again, barter material. This stuff is going to be great for that. Maybe not quite as great as constitutional silver, but still really good. So that is goal number 1, and that goal has already been completed. Just going to wait for that package to arrive so we can take a look at it. With this, those are all the bars I'm going to be picking up. I don't really intend to be picking up anymore. However, so all these sunshine minting ones, perhaps I'll trade those out eventually just to get more designs, because I am a collector at heart. What can I say? I've already placed the order to fill this tube up already as well. So I've got 6 more coming in, and that'll finish up the tube. And I won't spoil what it was that I ordered, and truth be told, I can't even remember off the top of my head anyways. So we'll just save that for another video. But there you go. That is going to be full when we're all said and done here. So now the constitutional silver. We have 1 complete tube plus 4 dimes here. I'm going to be filling up 2 more tubes. So we'll have 4 total tubes of dimes. Then we're going to have quarters. 3. I'm going to fill 3 tubes of quarters. And these are primarily going to be Roosevelts. These are almost exclusively going to be George Washington quarters. And then finally, half dollars. I'll be getting 4 tubes of Benjamin Franklin half dollars. And I'm going to the Benjis because with the JFK half dollars, I just feel that people are going to be too skeptical of them. You know, they see the JFK ones all the time, more or less. They may not believe that it's actually silver, but with the Benjamin Franklin design, well, it's old enough where people might actually believe you when you tell them that they're made of silver. With the Washington quarters or the Roosevelt dimes, you can't really get around those because those are the only good designs to go with, because at least with the quarters, the next best one or the next recent design were the Standing Liberties, and they are just too slicked out to be worth stacking and expensive. You can get the Mercuries for dimes, but they generally go for a little bit higher of a premium, so that's why I'm not really intending on getting too many of those, although I'll probably get a couple. The Benjamin Franklin half dollars, well, they're not too worn out, and they don't carry too high of a premium over the JFK ones to make it worthwhile to invest in those. Now, finally, we're getting to the bulk of the stack, and these are all empty, but they will not be for long. At least everything goes according to plan. We'll be getting a whole bunch of 1 ounce silver rounds, and I'm talking generics, to really get the best bang for my buck. And in total, we have 14 tubes here that'll all going to be, again, 1 ounce silver rounds. So that is pretty much what I'm intending to stack. That's my long-term goal, equivalent to about 340 ounces of silver if my memory and math are correct. And then in addition, probably a couple ounces of gold and maybe an ounce or 2 of platinum. All of that stuff will fit right here in this 30 caliber ammo can. See, that's on frame. And so what I'm going to do here on video, I'm going to go ahead and load up this ammo can so you can just see how well this stuff stores in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so just like that, you can see how perfectly this all fits in the tube, and there's plenty of room at the top for, say, ounces of gold or silver and airtights to fit up in here. And the last final thing, I've kind of been taken by the concept of the gold back. What that is micro fractional gold in the form of bills that you can use for barter, or really just use in place of the dollar bill to buy goods and services with. So I'll probably be picking up some of those as well, although I suspect I'll have another ammo can for that. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's my stacking goal. That is my current stack. All fits perfectly in a 30 caliber ammo can. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions or comments, by all means, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. YouTube, it's getting harder and harder to stay motivated to make videos, especially when you deal with firearms like I do, because it seems like the moment a new video uploads with a firearm in it, it's instantly demonetized. And that kind of hurts when you put a lot of effort into a video, or if you have really grand ambitions for future videos that you know would get demonetized the moment that they upload. So any support that you guys are willing to give, whether it be, like I said, a like, comment, subscribe, or if you want to help out the Patreon down below, all that really does mean a lot. It will help motivate me to make more videos. I know I'm not the most consistent uploader out there, and that's part of it, because I just don't have the motivation to make videos when all of my hard work basically goes nowhere, if that makes sense. So again, any support goes a long way. But with that all being said, this is the silver stack so far and my goals. Remember 2 things: all gun laws are unconstitutional, and remember to always check your change, because you never really know what you can find in there. So that being said, have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.